All right, boundaries. Boundaries are a life skill. If you've done anything with me, you will have heard me talk about boundaries. So boundaries are initially a game. This is a game that makes our dog desire to be on the boundary. It's not a place that we go tell our dog to go to bed. It's actually a place that works like a suction cup. And we could say that boundaries, while there's no cure-all for behavior, boundaries are the closest thing to it, particularly in our home environment. We can set up boundaries in the kitchen, stops counter surfing. We can set it up at the front door, stops barging out the front door, down the stairs, at the top of the stairs, in the living room when you're settling. We can have boundaries everywhere and anywhere. In Myrtle's case here, Myrtle is demonstrating a food fiddle. So one thing that I like to focus on is that our dog is attentive to me. So Myrtle right now is not taking in the environment. She is focused on me. So a very basic skill of our dog gaining that attention is food fiddling. And literally it is taking the food and tossing it to the other hand. So a couple things are happening here is one, it's not really any of her business. She can focus on it, but it's none of her business. She doesn't need to prompt it from me. She doesn't need to tell me, give me this food. She's just waiting until it's her turn to get the food while I maintain her attention. The first game that we want to play here is to give the bed value. So I've got Myrtle on the bed, but now I want her to keep choosing to go onto the bed. And we start that by giving her an off button. So the off button looks like this. I'm going to say a release cue. For me, it's off. I'll pause very slightly, and then she's going to choose to come back onto the mat. Looks like this. Off. Awesome. That's what we're looking for. Now, in the event that she deviated around the mat, I want to make this foolproof. So I'm going to toss the treat away from her. Off. She's going to go away, and I've situated myself so I'm right behind the mat, and that's the only place she can come onto. All the way. Awesome. So this is our first game, is giving them an off. And again, I'm going to toss her away. She's going to come towards the mat and all the way on, all the way on. Nice. And we're going to continue that to one side. Nice. We're going to go toss away. Yes. And she comes back on again. I toss away. She's going to come back on. Nice job. So we do this. We can do this for 3 minutes. It's an awesome fun game, building the value and focus on the mat. On the mat. Nice job. So when we've created that value that she's seeking the mat, we're going to expand the game now into actually a calming or a settling position. Because right now we've got the energy level up higher and I want to drop it down for her. So I'm going to start delivering my treat onto the mat. I start by setting myself up at the side instead of facing her, which is a little bit more activating. Right now I'm going to side my side body and put the treat down. In this case, she's going to lay down. And see how she's active prompting here? She's nudging at my hand. I'm going to wait for what I do want, and is actually not pressuring me, right? Nice. Great. I'll accept that. Oh. Back on the mat. Again, she's offered a behavior that I see is on the lower arousal side, and I'll put a treat here, hold my hand over it. Great, and I like that. So now we're moving into a game called Mouse. And Mouse is where I've got a treat in my hand and we're building up some of her self-control. Yeah, so 2 things are happening. 1, she's using some self-control, and 2, I'm looking for a more calm behavior. So not this jumping back and forth, rather I want her settled onto the mat. So with Mouse, what's happening is when my hand is cupped over, I may choose to release it as long as she's not going for the treat, and I can give her a treat from my hand. She's not getting the one there, she's getting the one from my hand. And then I can, okay, go. That was kind of a shared release, wasn't it? So again, I've got the treat in my hand, I cup it over here. I wait for disengagement, right? A sign of self-control. I'm going to feed her from here as long as she's not getting that. Okay, go. We'll do that again. So I've got it in my hand, I cup it, I wait for some self-control. She's not getting it. Oh, if she goes for it, I cup it again. We've got this. Oh, nice. Okay, go. Great. Awesome. Okay, we'll end there.